for Republicans hoping for a vulnerable Hillary Clinton. A new poll shows 53% of registered voters have an unfavorable opinion of Clinton. That's upside down from March. She got confrontational and a little sarcastic with reporters on Tuesday when repeatedly asked about her private email account.
Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something?
I don't know.
Well,
you
no.
know how it works digitally. Did you try to wipe the whole server?
I don't know how it works digitally at all.
With me now, Josh Farrow of the New York Times and political journalist Erin McPike. Thank you both for being with me. Josh, you saw that press conference yesterday. How do you see her attitude?
Well, so I think from Hillary Clinton's perspective, she's basically been mired in scandals since the 1970s. I made a list off the top of my head yesterday, come up with 19 separate Clinton scandals, then realized I'd forgotten 4 of them. So I think for her, this is just the same thing over again. And if people weren't bothering her about this, she thinks they'd be bothering her about somebody else. When you look at that scandal record, it's a real mixed bag. Some of the stuff is basically completely made up. Some of it involves real wrongdoing, even though there was no criminal findings ever with regard to her and her husband. But I think from her perspective, basically, she's so used to being beaten up in scandals that she doesn't take it seriously anymore. And I think she looks at the electoral record. Voters have had decades to decide whether they think the Clintons are too mired in scandal for them to elect them. And she and her husband have won elections over and over again. So I think she believes she can survive this just like they survived everything else.
And Erin, I mean, Clinton supporters saying this morning, look at how reporters are going after her. It's just a big game of gotcha. What does she gain from that narrative?
Well, look, I think you have to look at it this way. In that press conference yesterday, she was at times cavalier about this and not remorseful at all. And she's also been very defensive over the last 5 months. And I hear what Josh is saying, but voters are taking another look at her. And as you look at her poll numbers go down over the last 5 months, this strategy of defensiveness has not worked. It's surprising. You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again. So why haven't they changed their strategy and been more remorseful? And yes, these supporters wish that she would have turned over that server at the beginning of this controversy, and they've let it go on this long. It's clearly hurting her campaign, and they probably need to shift that strategy sooner rather than later.